So we made a video only about 2 weeks ago with all the New Year's resolutions for all the NBA teams. And I said that I think the Lakers should stay the course, not make any, big drastic changes. And, maybe I'm being prisoner of the moment or several moments because they've been terrible for a while. I think they actually should make a change.
No, they need to make a change. I remember I said don't get Zach, and I still stick to that opinion. They should make like a different move. But I mean, this could be LeBron's last chance to win a title. Who knows how long he'll play for, but they need to do something to help this team, at least a little bit.
Before we start talking about the Lakers, if you haven't already, make sure to leave this video a like, give us a subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on one of our videos. So we made a video on the Lakers way back at the beginning of the season. At the time, they were 4-5, and they were showing a lot of the same problems that they had last year. But after we put that video up, the Lakers actually went on a really good run. They ended up winning the end-season tournament, and then after the tournament, again, their form started to dip a little bit. So, my reasoning in the New Year's resolutions video for thinking the Lakers don't need to make a change was I was like, okay, they're just going through a rough patch. They had just won the in-season tournament. They were only 3 weeks removed from being the 4th seed. I figured they were just kind of in a rough stretch. Well, that rough stretch has just not stopped. Also, when you think about it, it's been a really rough week for teams whose colors are purple and gold. You really hate to see it.
I mean, I think that take was reasonable because it seems far away now, but going into this season, it was like, oh, well, the Lakers bolstered their roster at the trade deadline last year. They helped it out in the offseason. Like, a lot of people were kind of picking them as like a 3rd seed, maybe even a 2nd. So I get the logic, but yeah, ever since then, things have not worked out at all.
Yeah, 5-11 since winning the in-season tournament. Really only 2 good wins in that stretch. On the road at Oklahoma City, which to be fair is a really solid win. And then at home against the Clippers, again, really solid win because the Clippers have been on fire. Few bad losses though. 14-point loss to the Spurs, 16-point loss to the Bulls, 14-point home loss to the Grizzlies. Doesn't get much easier either. They got the Jazz tonight on Saturday when we're recording this, the Thunder on Monday, and the Mavericks on Wednesday.
Yeah, they could easily go 0-3 in that stretch. And I remember that loss to the Spurs. I think the Spurs were on like an 18-game losing streak or something. And they're like, okay, we'll win this game.
Nope,
they did not.
And it's kind of looking at this point like maybe they were just pushing really hard to win the in-season tournament.
Well, I think they were. I know it's a meme, but it's true. LeBron was like, I gotta add that to my resume, like first player to win the in-season tournament. And I'm sure the NBA, not to say there was any like sketchy games, but the NBA wanted the Lakers to win that tournament to like establish the tournament as legit.
But with the Lakers struggling a lot, the trade rumors, of course, have kicked into high gear. And like you said in the intro, this realistically could be the Lakers' last chance to win a title with LeBron. I mean, people have been saying LeBron will succumb to father time for feels like half a decade at this point, but I mean, he's noticeably not the same player this year. He's still really good, but he's slowing down a lot.
Yeah, so let's go over some potential trade targets that are out there that they have the assets to get and give our take on whether they should pursue these guys or just stay far away from them.
So we'll start with Deonte Murray. This seems to be the most rumored one. Rumors indicate that the Hawks are ready to move on from Murray, and they've talked to the Lakers about a trade. Only problem I could see for the Lakers actually acquiring Murray is that they'll probably have some competition. I've heard the Spurs are going to be interested in landing him. I mean, that's just some straight out of draft day, Trade the guy away for 3 first-round picks, get him back for way less than what you gave up. Apparently, the Lakers are hesitant to give up Austin Reeves in the deal because they're not sure if Murray moves the needle, plus they'd have to include their 2029 first round pick. I don't think he moves the needle, but he definitely makes them better.
I'm tired of this like Austin Reeves reluctance to give it. Austin Reeves is basically at his ceiling. There was this whole idea that he was this good defender, but now teams are just targeting him at the end of the game.
He's a bad defender.
I am giving up Austin Reeves, not even thinking about it. Yeah, it doesn't move the needle, but it's a really good fit. And you add Dejounte Murray to this team, I think it at least makes them interesting in a playoff series, basically against anyone besides the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, he's a way better fit, I think, next to D'Angelo Russell, if they decide to keep Russell. I mean, Reeves is a really solid offensive player. He can get to the line well, but he's a total liability on defense. And Murray, he's made all defensive teams in the past. And, he's not quite that anymore, but he's still way better than Reeves. And the Lakers, their biggest problem is their perimeter defense is god-awful. They're dead last in the NBA in opponents' threes per game. They give up 14.5 threes per game.
Yeah, I think Dejounte Murray on a team where his offensive load goes down, he can focus more on defense. That would help that a ton.
And right right now, what, the Lakers' best perimeter defender is Cam Reddish? I mean, AD just came out and said that opposing players shoot better from three against the Lakers. It's like, yeah, they do, because they get wide open shots.
That's so damn funny. And yeah, they're great on the interior with AD, but around the perimeter, they got basically no. Another player that it looks like will for sure get moved at the deadline is Pascal Siakam. The only problem is Siakam's not really the best fit with the Lakers. I mean, he'd be an upgrade over Taurean Prince, but the Lakers already have a solid front court that's easily the best position group they have with AD, LeBron, Rui, Prince, and Christian Wood. They really don't need another big. I know Siakam could potentially play a little bit on the perimeter, but I still don't love the fit.
Yeah, he's versatile enough that he can play defense on the perimeter and in the post, and of course, you know, he's a really solid scorer, but AD and LeBron are already averaging 25 points per game in the front court, so Siakam, I just think he's a better fit on a team like the Kings or the Warriors, who really have, you know, a need for a small forward. Plus, Siakam's in the last year of his deal, and he's given every indication that he's not going to commit to any team that he's traded to because he wants to test free agency. So are you going to move Reeves and potentially, you know, first round pick for a guy that is not even guaranteed to be here more than a year?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he re-upped, or maybe they could negotiate something where he'd re-up, but yeah, it's not the best fit. You got that uncertainty there. I wouldn't make the move.
Would you make the move for Zach LaVine, though?
Hell no! No! Like I said in the New Year's resolutions, don't get Zach. Do not do it.
This would be the worst possible thing the Lakers could do, and it would also be the funniest, and it's also something I could totally see them doing.
I mean, we just actually got a report, Bleach report, literally before this recording, that the Bulls might have to give up assets to get rid of Zach LaVine's contract. And for a weird way, I just feel like it's gonna happen. I could just see it happening. I mean, at the very least, he provides perimeter scoring and he provides shooting. That's the positive, but he's not going to help with defending the three at all. In fact, he might make that worse.
And also, he needs the ball all the time.
Yeah.
And so does LeBron, and so does D'Lo. And if they keep Reeves, so does Reeves. Like, he's not a fit. He's a great player. He's a really good player, but he's not a fit for this team.
No. I think on the offensive end, it would be
fine.
Decent. Yeah, it would work. But on the defensive end, doesn't help the problem. So there's better options out there, but I just weirdly feel like it's going to happen.
What about his teammate, though, DeRozan?
That, I think, is an even worse fit. DeRozan cannot shoot. He's a bit better on the defensive end, but the dude is just straight ISO score, mid-range. He's not the guy.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about how LeBron needs the ball, Reeves needs the ball, D'Lo kind of needs the ball. You throw DeRozan into that lineup, it's just doesn't work. How has he not learned how to shoot a three by this point in his career?
I just think he's, for some reason, incapable. Like,
it's such a good mid-range shooter, though. Like,
yeah, I don't get it. But, I mean, if he didn't learn at this point, he's never gonna learn it, clearly.
And then there's the final thing that they could do, which is just do nothing. And I genuinely think this is a better idea than trading for LaVine or DeRozan.
I mean, I hate to say it, it's sad to see it, but if I'm the Lakers, I'm starting to kind of look in the post-LeBron era. Like, I don't think it'd be the worst idea to maybe trade LeBron or just...
Whoa!
Not this season, not this season.
Okay.
But like this offseason or the following offseason, I'd have to check his contract, because you're just giving up first-round picks every year. Like, that's gonna catch up to you. And I don't see any move out there right now that puts them in contention with the Nuggets, the Celtics, the Bucks. It's just not really gonna happen.
Yeah, it goes back to this whole needle mover conversation about Deonte Murray. It's like, okay, who is the needle mover out there you can get, though? You don't have enough to get like a Lauri Markkanen. You don't have enough to get like a Donovan Mitchell. Who's out there that's this huge needle mover superstar that's gonna immediately vault you into championship contention? I don't see it.
Yeah, they don't have one. If you're gonna make a move, get Murray. That's the best fit. You could probably get him without giving up a ton of assets. You're gonna have to give up that pick, though, or just get Caruso.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'd take to get him, but you should never let him go. Bring him back. He'd be great on defense, but that's about all I'd do.
I'm the same way. I think they actually do land DeJounte Murray.
I think that could happen. I think they either land him or Zach.
I think they're going to come to their senses and be like, look, Austin Reeves is a fine player, but if we really want to try to go all out for the last, year or two of LeBron's prime, I guess at 39, if we want to go all out for the last year or two of LeBron's prime with the Lakers, we'll get DeJounte Murray. He'll help our defense. He's a good scorer. I think he's a great fit with this roster. Will it make them better than Denver? I don't think so, but I think if they're looking to compete, I think it's the best thing they can do. And if they can't do that, like you said, just get Caruso back.
Yeah.
Should never have let him go in the first place. But let's be real, they'll probably just fire Darvin Ham. That's the video, guys. Who do you think the Lakers are going to trade for? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving it a like, as it really does help us out. And while you're here, why not check out some of our other videos as well? And don't forget to subscribe to Synthetic Sports.